All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol NIO, NEO Inc. And before I jump into this chart, I do want to state some things. The first thing is welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. I hope you guys find this informative and helpful. And welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, I continue encouraging you guys to write down below any insight you would like to share with other investors and viewers. I'd really appreciate that. It speaks volumes in what community that we have here and what the purpose that we're all here for. And I just want to say thank you to you all for your support and feedback. I appreciate it very much. Let's jump into this chart. So yesterday I stated, let's see if the bulls can continue this momentum because this was a very bullish run. So bullish that there was no drop of bear, and I had to use this point of being the lowest candlestick and the lowest point before the run continued as support. And I had stated that the true support was down here, to keep that in mind if it went in that direction. Obviously, the bullish run and momentum has continued. And what I love about analyzing charts and seeing exactly what it is that it takes for a chart to continue is that once resistance was broken, it was broken significantly, right? So, resistance was 1405, excuse me, and 1430 was the highest point in that time frame, and soon after it leveled out, and the highest point in the next time frame was 1412, but the lowest was 1397. But the cool thing is that you could see, if we zoom in clearly, that that point used the resistance as support, tested it, and proved it. And then here, slightly broke through it, and then it leveled off again above it. And then here we were taking off, and you could see the buildup. And then even when support was broken through a few times, it took about an hour and a half for it to recover, and it surely did here, and then it just leveled off throughout the day. But the cool thing is that chart analysis do show you exactly the points that are used as support once they were before resistance, or resistance levels that then turn into supports, and then also vice versa if supports get broken through and you can see that these supports sometimes turn into resistance points, or the recovery is good and the support is used as support to continue to work its way up. But very cool. I love when I see that, so that you guys can clearly see what these analyses are for here, and for you guys to really pay close attention to those points. I know that it was broken through 4 times in the day, 1, 2, 3, 4, but then it leveled off, and that's why it's always good to be mindful and watchful of what's going on. In this case and this scenario, these 4 times, if it broke through it and we already saw it work its way up and you're still holding, you always want to keep in mind the 50-day moving average and also the real support that was used in yesterday's analysis for today, right? So that you can go ahead and say, okay, well, it broke through it. It's hanging out in the middle. The bulls have a chance to recover, and surely they did. And you can see it right here on this level off. Now, the question is, will the bulls use this level off as another point to now spike themselves up, right, in this direction, or even slowly, work their way up? Whatever it is that it works, but may the bullish run continue, right? Because the bulls have been dominating this one, and sure enough, could they continue? That's the question again. I mean, yesterday the question was very significant because there was no bearish run throughout that whole process, which could be kind of a sense of showing either the bullish run is going to continue, but it's going to have its ups and downs, or it could slightly get torn apart by the bears because now the bulls need to continue hefty before they reappear. And the bears tried to appear here twice or 2 times strongly, actually. It was here, and they weren't able to do much to the stock. Basically, they kind of leveled off the run from going straight this way and kind of, brought it back to a leveled out point, but it brought it from, way here, down here at about $14, and it went up by 35 cents today. So that was still a good run for the bulls. Now, we're definitely going to look at what is important for tomorrow, and we'll see if this bullish run can continue. It's been pretty strong lately. They're above the 50-day moving average, and all they need to do is maintain themselves above it to continue to work their way up, right? So this is good stuff for the bulls. Anybody that's bullish, I would love for you to comment down below. And what are the numbers you are expecting, right? So it closed out at 1435, and support is slightly close to the 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average is 1385. As long as the bulls stay above that, they're in control. Once they break through it, I'm not saying that the bears have won, but they are gaining momentum to gain control again. But before they reach the 50-day moving average, there is a support here that the bulls have to their advantage, and that is 1388. If 1388 gets broken through, then this could be on its way to bearish territory. But if this is used as support, or this stock doesn't even get close to 1388, obviously that support is there for reference, and the bulls will continue to stay above the 50-day moving average and could use any area in between the closing price and the support as a point to continue the momentum. On the other hand, we have the resistance level, and that resistance level is significant because it's the closest one to the closing price, and that is 1439. If 1439 is broken through, I'm not saying that the bulls are going to have a wild run and continue to work their way up to newer highs, but if this could be used as support, the bulls can be on their way to working up to newer levels. If this gets broken through, the next point I'd highly suggest paying close attention to is 1469. 1469 is the highest point this stock reached throughout the day. Very significant for the bulls, because if that highest point gets broken through after 1439 is broken through, used as support, and it starts to work its way up, and 1469 is broken through, the bulls have a chance to continue a bullish rally that will be significant in an upward trend, pulling itself further away from the 50-day moving average, and this could take a run. So we're going to have to see how it plays out. Keep those numbers in mind. And before, one last thing, which is not the support level I'd suggest looking at in the bigger picture, but if you want to narrow in and zoom in a little bit more between the resistance level of 1439, also keep in mind 1408. That's the lowest point in a much more narrowed situation, so that if 1408 gets broken through, at least you have a point of reference. You still want to guide yourself through this support until 1388. I wouldn't be so cautious, but 1408 could be a more zoomed in number, just in case if this goes in a downward direction. At least 1408, you can pay close attention to how it reacts in that area, and if it recovers, or if it's working its way towards 1388. But keep in mind, 1388 is the true support, and as long as this doesn't get broken through, the bears are not gaining any control. But if it does, this could be on its way to bearish territory. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys find this informative and helpful. As always, share this with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. And thank you so much. Let's make some money.